gonna look for some seashells. I found a decent one right here. When you guys are at the beach, do you guys ever like to look for seashells just like I do? I got that from my mom, liking to look for seashells. I'll show you guys this one I found. It's not that bad. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It is our last full day here as well. We go home tomorrow. That's not a bad one. Also, this is my first video of the brand new month. Off to a strong start so far. Here's like a good sized cluster of shells right here. There's also a tiny little crab that was scurrying really fast over there. I do not know if I'm gonna keep any since we have already gotten a good collection and they are up in the room currently in a bowl. I'll show you guys the collection that we have found this trip. If I see a cool one, I will keep it, like a really cool one. Look at all these. This one's not bad. That's kind of cool, actually. I like all the clam shells because they always come in all sorts of like different colors. And like different textures as well, like that. That's really cool. Whoa, look how beautiful that one is. That is definitely gonna be a keeper. In fact, I'm gonna put it in my pocket, I think. Let me rinse it off a little bit. There we go. Wow. That was a little crab, I think. There are tons of shells right along this little like embankment thing here. Tons of little ones. Not sure how well you guys can see them. There are also tons just scattered up here. Not sure if you guys can hear that, but I think it is about to start storming. I mean, there's clouds do look very dark over there. Imagine how epic something like this would be if this was like a full shell. Like some of the colors on these seashells are actually so pretty. Like I said, we do have a lot back up in the room. And I'll show you guys those when we go back up. This is a pretty good one. Might be worth a keeper. I'm gonna wash it off in the water. How about both? I like the clam shells. I know that there are shells that are cooler than clam shells. That's like hard sand. But clam shells are really cool, especially when they have like cool patterns and stuff. This would also be really neat looking if this was full, because they almost look like a big oval and they have like a tiny crack in it wherever the creature, well, where the creature that was in it lived. That was almost a lucky find if that would have been like full. There's tons of pretty ones, and there's tons that are like, that would be really epic to keep or worth to keep if they were really full. Guys, look all surrounding me, like what I am stepping on as well. How many shark's teeth do you think are in this thing? If I looked hard enough, I bet I would find quite a bit of shark's teeth. Oh wow, this is kind of cool actually. Look at that. How epic would that be if that was full? Or like this. Just look how many crushed shells there are. There's a ton. Some of these are like full clam shells. Like the ones that would be like really cool if they were full are all crushed, but still really cool. It's kind of a cool feeling to like step on them. Like, look. That's cool looking. That's awesome. Don't know if it's worth a keeper though. And I think this right here is actually part of a sand dollar, believe it or not. And like the ones that look like this are parts of sand dollars. This also might be part of a sand dollar, I think. I've seen lots of parts of sand dollar shells. Yeah, a couple nights ago we were actually looking in this inlet, in fact like right over there. And it was late at night and there was actually a stingray that we saw, which was actually really cool. There's a school of fish right there, not sure how well you guys can see them. Also obviously a good bit of shells in the water along here. Shells everywhere you look. Like that's just a big cluster of shells right there. Open that thing. Holy crap. That's kind of cool.
We should take it back home.
We should. There's big ones everywhere along this embankment thing. Like, look at this one. That is so cool. Guys, check out this one that my brother just found. That's like one of the full ones that I was talking about would be like really cool. This is a keeper for sure. Starting to find a lot of good shells now, but gonna start walking back to where we are sitting on the beach. Not sure how well you guys can see this and hear me, but there's a little school of fish right down here. Kind of decent size too, on this like little sandbar thing. Oh, there they are. Gonna start walking back to where we are sitting on the beach. Just thought I would come out here and show you guys it really quick. That texture is honestly really cool on that. There's some shells, a lot of clam shells in here and stuff. Gonna see if I can find anything cool on the way back. If not, this might be the end of the video. Actually, I'll put another clip in once I get back to the shore. If you guys cannot tell, made it back to shore. Ocean right behind me. Anyway, had a good time looking for shells. Found a decent amount of shells. Never know what kinds of shells you are gonna see when looking for shells. Sometimes you might not find much. Sometimes you might find a lot. And you never know what times they'll come up to shore as well. And obviously different times of the year there might be different kinds and stuff. And obviously different times of the day, different kinds. If you're patient enough, eventually you will find something really cool. And I like to go looking quite a bit for shells. It's just such a fun thing, such a peaceful thing to do. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like to look for shells as well. And this is probably going to be my last video of this vacation. I was thinking about making like a road trip car spotting video tomorrow. That might be really cool to make. I'm not 100% decided on it, but be on the lookout for tomorrow just in case. And you never know, there might be another video this evening or tonight, depending on if we do or see anything cool, or if there's anything that would be worthy of filming. But anyway, every day and out. Peace.